Well, good morning, and thank you for being here. I want to start by acknowledging that there is a significant Japanese community here in southeast Michigan. And although all of us have our eyes on developments in Japan in the wake of the disastrous earthquake, our Japanese colleagues have close ties, personal friends and family. And so our hearts go out to them and our prayers go out to them. We, along with the entire world nuclear community, are closely monitoring events in Japan. I want to be clear that we're not here this morning to speculate on those events. It's important that news on nuclear developments come from the Japanese nuclear industry and from the Japanese government. That said, we have begun to receive questions in the wake of the events in Japan about whether there are things that Michigan citizens should be concerned about, and that's what I want to address today. Japan is dealing with a natural disaster of immense proportions. An earthquake that registered 9.0 on the Richter scale, followed by an intense tsunami. That raises the question, what natural disasters might our Fermi 2 power plant face, and is our power plant designed to deal with them? The most frequent, highly destructive natural occurrences that we face here in the Midwest are tornadoes. Fermi 2 was very specifically designed with hardened systems aimed at dealing with tornadoes. And as it turns out, the Fermi 2 plant took a direct strike from an intense tornado this past year in June. You may recall the tornadoes that swept through Dundee and many of the communities downriver, including where our Monroe power plant and our Fermi power plant are. The plant shut down in a safe, orderly fashion. It did take a direct strike at the nuclear plant itself, shut down in a safe and orderly way. All the safety systems function as designed. The tornado did remove some of the siding and some roofing at the plant, but beyond that had little impact. And the plant started up a number of days later. So we have had a recent test of the plant's safety systems with respect to the most frequent natural disaster experienced in the Midwest, and that experience confirmed the ability of the plant to deal with those events in a safe manner. With respect to seismic activity, I'd like to start by saying that Michigan's geology and exposure to intense seismic activity is very different than those in Japan. That said, more moderate seismic activity does occur in the Midwest, and the plant design does address the possibility of an earthquake. The intensity of the earthquake that we're designed for anticipates an energy level that's more than 10 times higher than anything seen in Michigan since the 1800s. Now, with respect to water and flooding, and in reality the issues that are being dealt with in Japan are more a result of the flooding from the tsunami than from the earthquake itself. Lake Erie would not generate a tsunami of the sort witnessed in Japan. However, the plant is very specifically designed to deal with waves and lake surges, which do occur. It has seawalls that are specifically designed to address those. In addition, crucial safety systems of the plant, specifically our backup generators and the electrical switchgear, are elevated and specifically designed to deal with flood conditions. In addition to all of this, I think it's important to recognize that there are key differences between our Fermi 2 plant and the damaged units in Japan. Fermi is a later stage design in those units, and that design incorporated a host of safety systems and safety system design modifications that are not deployed in the Japanese reactors.